All right, 8th grade pretest. First thing, let's go over your test. You've taken it twice now, so it will be similar to years past. There's 3 parts. First part is going to be over most of the questions in this pretest. A lot of it will be multiple choice, but not everything. Some of it will be just talking through how you did your projects. Second part, it's going to be matching the artist with the pictures. The names will be there, the pictures will be there, you just have to connect them. Okay, whose goes to what. And then the third part will be similar to your critiques. It'll be asking you questions about your projects. Not anything you need to study for, but good to know that it will be a part of your test. So let's talk about our artists first. Okay, the first 2 we did do it with our landscape, our perspective pictures. We learned about Grant Wood. Okay, important Iowan artist. Okay, he made American Gothic. He did Iowa landscapes. He's on our quarter. Okay, his picture is on our quarter. Okay, a farmer and his daughter. Next one we learned about was Caspar David Friedrich. Okay, he was in Germany. He did ice landscapes. Lots of ice. Learned about Salvador Dali and Surrealism. Okay, he had all the crazy, weird, melty clocks and elephants and unusual things. Georges Seurat. Okay, he did our pointillism. Drawings made with dots. Okay, Sunday on the Grand River. Andy Warhol, our pop artist. Soup cans. Okay, Roy Lichtenstein. Pop art and dots. Kind of mixed both of them, right? He had melodramatic scenes from comics. He also had warplanes. And then we have Tim Burton, our clay artist. Okay, made animation movies. All right, what is perspective drawing? Okay, perspective drawing is using a vanishing point to make a 2D picture look 3D. Okay, make a 2D picture look 3D by using a vanishing point. You could also say making a picture look more realistic. Okay. Horizon line, where the land meets the sky. Remember, the horizon line does not always have to be straight. Okay, think of Grant Wood, he had all those hills. Was a vanishing point. Do not tell me it is the point where things vanish. You cannot define the word with the word. But vanishing point is the dot in your picture where all of the lines go to, where all your lines recede, where all your lines connect. How do artists show depth in space? Okay, we did an assignment for this. You had to have all these things. Okay, if you're drawing realistically, you're going to have elements that overlap. Okay, size is going to be different. Things that are close up are big. Things that are far away are small. Focus is the same as detail. Okay, things that are close up have a lot of detail. Things that are far away do not. Placement. Okay, close objects are farther away from the horizon line. Far away objects are closer to the horizon line. And then perspective, we use that to show those things. What is surrealism? Okay, that's when real objects are drawn in an unrealistic way. Okay, it looks like it could be real, but you know that it can't be. Okay, Salvador Dali had those elephants with these crazy long spider legs. They were drawn in a way that looked like it was possible, but you know that it couldn't be possible. Okay, their ideas came from dreams. Ideas came from their dreams. Pre-Columbian art, you need to be able to describe it to me. Okay? Do not tell me that it is before Columbia. Do not tell me it is before Columbian. Okay, that's not telling me you know anything about it. Okay, describe it to me. It's art from the Mayans and Aztecs, but what did they draw? Okay, they had a lot of faces. The faces had big noses, big eyes, big ears. They were boxy. Okay, they had a lot of snakes and jaguars. We drew our temples. Okay. Pointillism. Okay, that's our picture that's drawn with dots. Optic mixing. Okay, how does it work? Georges Seurat, he placed different colored dots next to each other. Up close you can see the dots, but when you stand back, the dots mix together to make a picture and the colors change. Okay, we talked about, we looked at the baby picture online. When you were really close, all you could see were the squares. It was pixelated. But when you went back and far away from it, you could tell that it was the baby's face. Okay, optic mixing is the same, except that Georges Seurat used color instead of just pictures and pixels. Pixels weren't invented at that point in time. All right, moving on. Pop art. Do not tell me that it's art that pops out. It is not. That is op art. Do not tell me that it is popular art. Okay? Pop art is pictures of popular, everyday objects. Popular, everyday objects. Okay? Ketchup, soup. If they were pictures today, they would be cell phones, computers, iPods. Okay? Everyday objects. TV. Printmaking. You are going to need to match your printmaking techniques. Okay, remember relief. The surface is raised. Intaglio. The ink goes in the surface. Lithography. It's printed on limestone. Screen printing. Uses a stencil or a screen. Remember, this is your t-shirts are screen printed. Steps for creating a print. Okay, first of all, when you're on the test, just think through what you did. What are the steps? Okay, the 4 big steps were this. Draw it, carve it, ink it, stamp it. Draw it, carve it, ink it, stamp it. Draw it, carve it, ink it, stamp it. Okay, what tools did you use? You used a brayer. Okay, that was your paint roller, a brayer. And you used your carving tool. No special name there. It is what it is. All right, this is where it gets a little confusing because there's a lot of crossing out. I apologize. What are the main steps to creating a pinch pot? Okay. First you made it into a ball. Then you used your finger to make an opening, okay? Then you poked your finger through it, right? Use your palm and pinch to make it wider. Okay, you're pinching it. Then you could draw on it or add clay pieces to it. Somebody last year liked the draw it, carve it, ink it, stamp it. So they said ball, poke, pinch, paint. Okay, take a ball, poke it, pinch it, and then paint it. Okay, which could be paint or decorate. Okay, think of your steps. Why might a clay pot have exploded in the kiln? Okay, if you left an air bubble in there. Acceptable answer is also taco bomb. Right? What is slipping and scoring? Okay, remember if you had to add pieces of clay together, you had to do this. You're going to use a scoring tool to scratch your surface up. Then you're going to add slip. Okay, that's that wet clay stuff. Then you can put your 2 pieces together, pushing them a little bit to make a suction cup. All right, I believe your worksheets also have additive and subtractive method. Okay, additive is when you add clay. Subtractive is when you take away something. So your clay projects, you add was additive method of sculpting because you were adding pieces together. For your printmaking, you actually did a subtractive method of sculpting because you had to carve the pieces out of your linoleum. Okay, your stamp is a subtractive sculpture. Okay, I think there's also a couple duplicate questions on there. You can just cross those off. So then the last part is your elements and principles. Okay, there are 14. I would write them all down. You need to choose, you need to remember 5. Okay, if you remember more, that's great. The more you know, the better. But you need to know at least 5. Then you also need to tell me how those 5 are used in art. Okay, example, shapes are connected to form a picture. Okay, shapes and lines are connected to make a picture. Color and contrast are used to make your picture more interesting. Space, you need to think about positive, negative space. Space is used to create the illusion of depth. Okay, perspective, you make your picture look like it's farther back than it is. Pattern, you repeat shapes to make patterns. Texture, how your picture looks like it feels. Okay, form, making something three-dimensional. Movement and rhythm, okay, repeating shapes or lines to make your picture look like it's moving or that it has rhythm. Balance, we talk about balance for positive and negative space, balancing out both sides of a picture. Emphasis, when one part of your picture stands out more than another part. Unity, okay, connecting all your elements to make your picture look like it is one piece of art, that it belongs together. Value, lightness and darkness of a color. Okay, your shading. And I've gone over contrast. So really, guys, I just want to know that you know what these words mean. Okay, I want to know that you understand what they are, not just that you can memorize them. Okay, and then you will do well. Okay, study hard. Good luck. Okay.